We're out here at the Abilene Community Garden today, and we're going to show you a little bit of good information on how to take some proper soil samples. So before I get started with that though, we're going to kind of pan to the garden here and show that we have quite a few good gardeners out here, but also there's plenty of spots still open. So if you're interested in gardening, or if you live at the south end of the county and would like to have a community garden in Harrington, there's plenty of spots there too. So please reach out to us. We'll get you set up with an application and get you started with a garden plot in the community garden. So on to soil sampling. I'm going to start here with a couple tools that we have available. First one is our standard soil probe. We have a couple of these in the office that you can check out. Even though our office is closed, if you call and reach my extension or email me, I'll set up a time that you can check this out if you want to. Other option is, if you just have a standard shovel or even a garden trowel, you can take soil samples with that too. So we're going to kind of show you the different methods of how to take those and then how to mix them up and bag them properly to get the information that we want off them. So we'll start here with this garden spot. And if you imagine that this is your garden plot or even your yard, we're kind of going to walk through and see how you should take a good sample. So we want it to be kind of random to capture as much of the information from there as possible. So in this area, you're going to take roughly about 10 cores or subsamples and mix those together. So if you start at this corner, a good way of doing that is just kind of do a zigzag pattern. So I'll kind of walk through showing, and I'll put the probe down each place that you might want to take a sample. So we start here and take a sample there, and then you just kind of zigzag halfway through, take another sample, another one there, be for your first half of the plot. Then you replicate that on the second half doing the same zigzag pattern. So as we're taking the samples, a good sample for a lawn or garden would be to a depth of about 6 inches. So you can try to measure that out or just eyeball it. That's usually what I do. So with our soil probe, we'll put that into the ground, use this nice step that we have to push it down, and we just pull it out. And so here we have our soil core. So you can kind of push it out from the bottom of there, and you can kind of guess on 6 inches of how much of that is needed. So for each one of those, we'll take that 6 inches and we'll put it into a can or an ice cream bucket or anything you have to kind of gather those. So we'll take a few more and get that filled up a little bit. Okay, so we got a good start there with the soil probe. Now I'm going to grab the shovel and we're going to try that method too. You know, if you don't want to worry about reaching out to me and to get that probe, you can do it with just a shovel. It takes just a little bit more work, but not a whole lot, especially when the ground's nice and soft like it is now. So with your shovel, you're going to want to dig out about a 6-inch hole if you can. Okay, so once you have that 6-inch hole kind of dug out, you take the edge of your shovel and you just kind of scrape down along the edge of that to the 6 inches, collect that in your hand and put it in your bucket. And then when you're done, you fill that spot back in a little bit. That one more time just so you get a good look at it. So you dig out your hole, kind of put your hand there in the bottom, just take that shovel and scrape along the edge there into your hand and put it in the bucket and fill your hole back in. Like I said, it's a little bit more work to do it this way, but you should be able to do it just a shovel or a garden trowel. So now that we have our sample in our bucket, we need to make sure that we mix it up as good as we can. So you can either shake it up, use your hand to kind of mix it up, and then you can just take a Ziploc bag, and on the bag, if you could write your name, address, phone number, and email, so we have ways to contact you and bill you for the soil test fees. And then also on there, write if it's the garden, your lawn, or your flower garden, so we can submit the right form to the soil testing lab. So once you got your sample in your bucket, you just pour it into your bag here. Have your information wrote on there and seal it up. And then we'll show you where to drop it off here in a few minutes. We're back at our extension office here at 712 South Buckeye in Abilene. And since our office is closed to the public and we're working from home, I wanted to show you where you could drop your soil samples at in case you want to get them sent in. So we'll kind of walk around the building here. And if you walk around the south edge of the building, which would be the area between our building and Don's Tire, you'll see our nice storage shed and carport. Back here I've set a box with a label of soil samples on there. So if you just drop your bag of soil, again that's labeled with your name, address, telephone number, and email, along with whether it's your lawn or garden or flower bed, you just have that labeled bag put in there, and you can let me know, or I'll try to check this box every couple days and we'll get those sent in for you. Just for your information, most soil tests will run about $12 a piece, and turnaround time right now is going to be a little bit longer because our soil testing lab on campus is a little bit short-staffed. A lot of the students that help with that during the year are not allowed back on campus right now, so it may take just a little bit longer. So if it's something you want done, try to do it now, and we'll get those results back to you as soon as we can.